What's up, Rube? It's Little Big Robots back. Another quick video here. I don't know how about quick they are, but anyway, this is a really fun little 30 minutes kit. As usual, as you guys know, I'm trying to get that cat hair off of that model. How does it get on there? I don't understand. This is another one. This is the customized carrier version. Extended Armament Vehicle, EAV. Essentially, it's a truck that carries your bots into battle. I have reviewed before, let me grab some tweezers here real quick. I have reviewed before another carrier from the mmorpg series, whatchamacallit. And how does that happen? Wow. And it was probably twice, almost 3 times as much as this little guy here. This is 30 minutes mission, so of course it's designed to be built in 30 minutes and enjoyed in 30 minutes, so that's up to you. By the way, while you're here, if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, please do. I'm getting near 4,000 subscriptions. I want to hit that number and go for 10,000. Let's hit 10,000 by the end of the year. That'd be really, really cool. Maybe I could actually make a little money off of YouTube. That'd be fun. And keep buying model kits and toys for you all to enjoy. So please subscribe. Anyway, so this is basically a transport vehicle, 30 minutes missions, very simple to build, very, very easy, designed to work with a standard 30 millimeter hull. So you can see them on the bots, you'll see them on the vehicles, or on the vehicle, I should say. This is the first kind of truck they built thing. Generally, the builds are very, very simple. You don't have to be as rough as I am with them. You see how I just build them really, really quick because they've got a huge backlog I'm trying to review. So you could, avoid making all these huge nub marks here. That's up to you. But I like to build stuff straight anyway, just to see how it looks just right out of the box, and especially if, like, let's say an amateur built it. This is meant to be a transportation vehicle. I guess it makes sense. It's kind of fun that, you have this bot that is powered by some kind of gas, or or I should say I don't know what kind of fuel they use, and it makes sense that it would need, to save some of the fuel, you'd want to transport it into battle like this. And then typically what it can do is it can raise up like this slowly, and it's on a very basic hinge, and then you've got this little guy in here that you lift up. And you have different sections or different heights that you can put it at. So in this case, let's stick it right there. Let's do a little higher. Right here. Boop. It kind of locks into place. This guy pops out. Boop. Boop. Boop, 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 and he's on the way to battle. It's an interesting idea. It's honestly, for me, this is just one of those things in Mecha that is just kind of impractical and silly, but excuse me, but also really, really interesting and fun, and it kind of sets it, I don't want to say in reality, but it kind of does give it a bit more of a realistic feel, that you'd have a vehicle that not only looks like a modern day military vehicle, but also does a modern day thing, where it transports other vehicles into battle. A tank will roll into battle, whatever, but tanks have to be transported to battle as well, so they might come over on a ship or something. So it makes sense. It's a little guy pops into here. You can also change the configuration of the walls. You can do this thing where let's put it back down here. These can go down on the side like that. And again, 30 minutes errs on the side of simplicity. So what it tends to do is keep everything just using it's just a very simple little hinge. It's nothing complicated. So be aware that over time, those pieces can kind of wear out a little bit as far as the tension, but because they're so simple, you can replace them really, really quickly. Speaking of tanks, 30 minutes missions reminds me a lot of a Sherman tank, which I was saying, would have to be transported to battle on the back of a train. And so Sherman tanks were narrow and tall so they could fit onto a standard train tracking through tunnels and stuff like that. And they were known to be, if not reliable, very easy to replace parts. You could pop stuff out. You could use a few bolts and change this part, change that part, whereas the German vehicles were known as being almost over-engineered. So you have this really interesting kind of similar concept that 30 minutes kits and bots are built to just be really, really reliable. If I bust that joint, I can easily replace it. As a matter of fact, usually they're going to give you some leftover bits in here. You don't often have a lot left over. In a lot of kits these days, they try to be very let's just say careful about how much plastic they have left over after their kits are done. There's just a lot of waste that way. I think they're getting a little more conscious of it. But 30 minutes are no exceptions, but you still have some interesting little parts left, like that. Boop, 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 boop. And he's ready to go. So it's also just a cool looking, let's keep squeaking, huh? It's a cool looking kit. It's 1/144 scale, so it's not going to work too much. You might get away with a 160 scale, seeing the size of this. You know, I have the 1/72 scale AIM teleport truck or transport truck. I keep saying teleport. I'll put that in the description if you want to see that. It's a little bit more complicated than this, but like I said, almost 3 times as much. And its cab is like this tall, to where it looks like there's almost room for like a base inside the cab. So it's a little bit agnostic for size, or it's a little bit size amorphous, whatever you call it. You could probably see a 160 scale person going in there, although this is 1/144 scale. So now, you know, you can mess around with that a little bit if you want. It's interesting they give you these leftover parts so that you will mount that there, I believe, and you can put multiple of these. Let's see if it's got a little illustration of it here. And again, they're designed to just be pulled apart and done really, really simply, as you can see. So they're not, you can attach weapons to the side, which is clever. It's just a real simple, oh, I forgot, that's what I was supposed to put there. Where's that extra part? Oh, duh. That's what I was forgetting. I was wondering where that was. So let's take him out. You can throw this part in here using the little extra bits, and you put it right there. See? And now you have more of a, you know, an actual transporter. Put guns in there, whatever you want to do, junk. You know, it's a little bit, on the sides are a little bit, I think those are a little bit rough looking, but you could, if you wanted to, I don't see why not, just flip that to where the side, now you do need to keep it where this point goes down, they say, where the more narrow point goes down. So that would be, let's just do it like this for now, just to see how that looks. So see, it looks a little better, a little bit sharper, a little bit cleaner compared to that side. So very interesting. These are like $12, $13. You could get a little army of them. You know, you could make a little convoy. It's great for, like I said, for 1/140 scale. But if you wanted to, he's gonna ride like a sled. Look at this. If you wanted to make it a different scale, you could probably get away with different scales with that. Even maybe 1/100, 160, up to 160, I'd say, and that's about it. But it's a fun little build as usual for 30 minutes mission. So check it out. Go pick one up. Have a good one. Bye-bye.